What do you get when you mix zombies, professional wrestling, a cooking competition, and a whole lot of pothead induced munchies? You get chaos. Beautiful, bloody, hilarious chaos. And that's what we get today as we talk about Stephen Graham Jones's novel, Zombie Bake Off. Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Fantasy for the Ages, where I, Jim, dive into the worlds of fantasy, science fiction, horror, and beyond, all while keeping things energetic, spoiler light, and occasionally ridiculous. I do some of these episodes with my co host and son, Zach, but when we're talking about horror or zombies, yeah, that's just not his sort of thing, so you only get me today. If you enjoy hanging out with me and geeking out about books, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell so you don't miss future episodes. And of course, a big shout out to our Patreon supporters. You're the reason we can keep on making these videos, even when the subject involves zombies and donut-induced mayhem. If you'd like to join them, check out our Patreon page, link down in the show notes. You'll get some bonus perks and the occasional advance release to our videos. So again, we're talking about Zombie Bake Off by Stephen Graham Jones. This was published in 2012 and is comedic horror zombie fiction. It's short, it's sharp, and it's absolutely not meant to be taken seriously. So here's a spoiler-lite summary. I do have a full spoil section at the very end of the episode for those of you who've already read this book, but the rest of the way, you're perfectly safe if you haven't read it yet, because you probably haven't. So what's going on in this book? Imagine a convention center crammed full of cooking show competitors and judges, wrestlers and their managers who showed up a little early, and yes, stoners who maybe took their munchies game a little too far. Now throw in zombies, infection spreading through food, and a confined space where survival means being tougher, meaner, and sometimes dumber than the guy next to you. That's the setup. It's part zombie thriller, part comedy, part wrestling spectacle, and all around mayhem. Let me be clear. This is not a novel that takes itself seriously. I mean, you can't with the name Zombie Bake Off. And thank goodness for that. The premise alone is ridiculous. Zombies meet pro wrestling, cooking contests, and convention center politics. Yet, Stephen Graham Jones wrings an amazing amount of fun from the chaos. The wrestlers, as my dad would say, are over the top. The managers are shady, as typical. The food competitions add absurd tension. And then you've got the pothead provided donuts that accidentally kick off an apocalypse. Honestly, it's a goofy premise that makes for fantastic entertainment. If you have not read this book yet, here's 8 reasons that you might enjoy Zombie Bake Off. Number 1, there's great characters, from wrestlers with egos larger than life to baked doofuses who do not know the damage they are about to cause. Number 2, the brisk pacing. This novel moves fast, like a wrestling match that suddenly goes hardcore. Number 3, zombie action. You're here for the undead, and you will not be disappointed. Number 4, short and sweet. At just 200 pages, it's a quick, punchy read. Number 5, wrestler humor. These larger-than-life characters bring some of the best laughs, and their names, classic wrestling. Number 6 is the theme of sacrifice. Spoiler light, I cannot tell you why, but amid all the silliness, there's real heart and heroism. Number 7 is the wild genre mashup itself. Wrestling, food competitions, horror, stoner comedy. It should not work, but it does. And finally, the 8th reason you might enjoy reading this book is its laugh-out-loud absurdity. Zombies caused by donuts. Enough said. If that list makes you smile, this definitely may be your next fun horror read. All right, if you haven't read this book yet, this is where you should pause the video, grab a copy, and then come back later to see the rest. Because Zombie Bake Off is fast, funny, and gloriously absurd. If you're in the mood for a zombie story that does not take itself too seriously, this is the one. But beyond here, there be spoilers. So only proceed if you've already read this delightful novel.
The Spoiler Room.
Okay, for those of you who stuck around, let's talk just a few more specifics. The confined setting of the convention center, brilliant choice. It keeps the chaos contained. It gives lots of different environs within to have action take place, but you've still got that constant sense of we're trapped. We cannot get out. We got to find a way to make it work. So the tension is high, the chaos incredible, and it makes every scene feel a little bit claustrophobic. I loved the sheer ridiculousness of donuts being the infection vector. I mean, the story starts out with a zombie getting run over by some guys who are on a joyride in this bakery van. That is never explained. We don't know why there was a random zombie walking through, but and they don't handle it right because they're stoned. They're just having a good time. And these donuts end up at the convention center, and the apocalypse flows from there. I mean, it's peak comedy horror, I really felt. And let's talk about that lead wrestler, one of the primary protagonists of the story. I mean, absolute hero energy. Seeing him rise above the carnage and still somehow maintain that larger than life wrestler charisma is just fantastic. And I mean, come on, his name, Zombie, I mean, with an X. That makes all the difference. Honestly, this is the kind of story where the dumbest setup leads to some of the most fun action sequences I've read in zombie fiction. I was thoroughly entertained. Okay, that's what I have for you. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And if you really love what Zach and I do here on the channel, check out our Patreon. We would value having you as one of our supporters. That's where I'll leave you. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.